This is a AC pressure switch replacement for a 2015 Audi Q7. This is the actual switch that regulates the pressure. And on this particular model, and for most of the Q7s, the switch is actually located under this panel. So we're gonna have to take that off first. And it's down in there. So I'm gonna get to that and I'll show you guys where it's at when I pull it up. So you have to remove these two windshield wiper caps and then remove the windshield wipers so that you can get down to the place where the pressure switch is. Okay, remove the nuts there. I used a let's see here, as a 5/8. I'm sure it's actually metric, considering this is probably a metric car. See, these come off like this. Let's see here. This one's a little bit tricky. All right, I'm gonna need to put the phone down so I can figure that one out, and then I'll be back. Okay, so you have one that's square, right? And then this one actually has little, I don't know what you call them, but like ridges. Okay. And what was happening was the wiper blade was stuck on it. As you can see in here, there are little tiny ridges. And I guess that assists the wiper from not spinning in there. Anyhow, a little bit of WD-40, and I turned the wiper towards the engine bay as far as possible, and gently, well, vigorously, kind of rocked it up and down, and it came off. So for anyone else that has a problem out there with that. So now we're gonna take off this molding here somehow, and then yep, like this, so that we can get this up. Aha. Man, pressure switch. Oh, I see it's down there. Let's see if I can get a light. There it is. Right down there. That's where I gotta get to. So, I'll be back. Okay, one thing to note, there is under here a electrical connection. So I'm not sure what that's for, but I need to remove that. Well, maybe not. Let me see if I can be able to just slide this piece of molding over. Okay, this is a better view of it. There it is down there. And this is what I'm working with to get a tool in there. But I heard that it is not torqued very hard at all, and it should come off easy. Well, let's see. Okay, so got all the molding off. I was able to actually get in and get the sensor. This one is the Audi one. This is the new one. And then I'll show you what I had to do. I had to remove this drain here. It's like a rain drain, it comes down from the windshield. And because I didn't want to over torque the sensor when getting it off. Oh, and by the way, there is a valve in there so that no refrigerant leaks. So don't worry about having to drain the system or anything. So because I didn't want to over torque it, I put this little vice grip here on the bottom so that when I turned it, I didn't want to break the line or anything. So I'm going to keep that on while I put the other one on. The new sensor did not come with an O-ring, so I'm hoping that it'll be fine. From what I hear from other folks on YouTube land, it should be fine. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like as I get going, but this is where I'm at. Okay, so this is the rain drain that I was talking about that comes off of the windshield, and there's one of the screws over there, and there's one of the screws up there, if you can see it. So I'm putting this back on now. The sensor went in fine, no problems at all. Okay, so it's pretty much back together now. Just need to reattach the wiper there, but as you can see, everything's pretty much back the way it was. And I should have mentioned that the reason that I had to replace the sensor was because the air had stopped blowing cold, and I didn't know if that was the reason or why, but it seemed like the most likely reason, and I was able to buy it on Amazon, I don't know, for like 20 bucks. So I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. But then my wife was driving the car yesterday and the check engine light came on. So the AC was running hot, check engine light came on, and last weekend I had to replace the blower fan because the fan was making a whole lot of noise. So I replaced that. Fan's great now, but it just blows warm air. So let's see what happens.